Commissioner Gordon, Bane has escaped.
The world is a battlefield shifting beneath your feet with every passing moment. You've been conditioned to seek comfort, to cling to familiarity, and to fear the unknown. But life doesn't care about your comfort. It thrives on chaos, constantly changing, evolving, and throwing challenges your way. And while most cower, desperately holding on to the illusion of stability, those who master the art of adaptability rise above. They don't bend to the world's will. They shape themselves to conquer it. Adaptability is not weakness, it is not submission. It is strength in its purest form, the ability to bend without breaking, to shift without losing your core. Most people confuse stubbornness with resilience, thinking that holding their ground makes them strong. But what use is a rigid tree in a storm? It snaps while the flexible one endures. Adaptability is not about giving up your values, it's about understanding when to change your approach. It's the skill of survival in a world that preys on the inflexible. This world rewards those who can move with its currents, not fight against them. Yet too many cling to outdated methods, to plans that no longer serve them, to dreams that should have evolved. They refuse to let go, and in their stubbornness they destroy themselves. They label their failure as fate, as if life itself is to blame for their inability to adapt. But the hard truth is this: survival doesn't favor the strongest or the smartest. It favors the most adaptable. To master adaptability, you must first let go of your ego. It is the ego that whispers lies of certainty, that convinces you to hold on to what no longer serves you. Ego tells you that change is a threat, that admitting your mistakes makes you weak. But adaptability requires humility, the willingness to acknowledge that your old ways might not work in new circumstances. It demands that you outgrow your pride and embrace the discomfort of transformation. There's a certain beauty in the chaos of life, but only for those who can navigate it. Adaptable people don't fear change. They thrive in it. While others are paralyzed by uncertainty, they see it as opportunity. They understand that every shift in the world is a chance to grow, to learn, to evolve into something stronger. But this mindset is not natural. It's forged in the fires of struggle. It requires discipline, self-awareness, and a ruthless commitment to improvement. Adaptability isn't just about surviving change. It's about mastering it. It's about becoming the kind of person who can face any storm and emerge unscathed. While others drown in their rigidity, you must learn to swim in the unpredictable currents of life. This is not an easy path, but it is the only one that leads to true freedom. Freedom from fear, from stagnation, from the chains of a world that punishes the static and rewards the fluid. Critics will call you inconsistent. They'll say you lack direction, that you're too quick to change. Let them. Their words are the cries of those who fear what they don't understand. Adaptability isn't about chasing trends or abandoning principles. It's about knowing when to evolve to achieve your goals. It's about choosing growth over comfort, strength over fragility. Those who criticize are merely spectators in a game they're too afraid to play. There is no growth without change, and there is no change without pain. Adaptability forces you to confront the parts of yourself that no longer serve your purpose. It strips away the false comforts you've built and leaves you raw, exposed, and ready to rebuild. This process isn't pleasant, but it is necessary. Because only through this transformation can you become the kind of person who doesn't just survive life's chaos, but masters it. The world doesn't reward those who remain stagnant. It rewards those who evolve. Expanding your skill set is no longer a luxury. It's a survival mechanism in a landscape that changes without warning. Every industry, every profession, every way of life is shifting beneath our feet, and those who fail to adapt are left clinging to irrelevance. You cannot afford to rely on yesterday's knowledge to solve today's problems. The pace of innovation is relentless, and only those who are relentless in their learning will keep up. The question isn't whether change is coming. It's whether you'll be prepared when it does. Relevance in a shifting world is about more than technical competence. It's about versatility. When you expand your skills, you don't just increase your value. You increase your confidence. You stop fearing the unknown because you've prepared for it. A wide skill set is your armor, protecting you from the unpredictability of the world. It allows you to pivot when necessary, to seize opportunities that others miss, to thrive where others falter. This isn't just about surviving change. It's about mastering it, about ensuring that no matter where life takes you, you'll have the tools to succeed. Confidence doesn't come from certainty, it comes from capability. The more you know, the more adaptable you become. Think of your skill set as a toolbox. The broader your range of tools, the more problems you can solve, the more challenges you can overcome. Yet most people let their toolbox gather dust, relying on the same rusty skills year after year. They grow comfortable, complacent, and then wonder why they're unprepared when life throws them a curveball. Expanding your skill set isn't optional, it's essential. Every skill you learn is a step toward independence. It's a declaration that you won't rely on others to solve your problems, that you won't be at the mercy of forces beyond your control. It's about taking ownership of your life, your career, your destiny. And while learning new skills can be daunting, the rewards far outweigh the effort. Each new skill is a key that unlocks doors you didn't even know existed. It's an investment in yourself, one that pays dividends for the rest of your life. The beauty of expanding your skill set is that it compounds over time. Each new skill builds on the last, creating a network of abilities that makes you unstoppable. The more you learn, the faster you can learn, and the more opportunities you can seize. This is how you stay relevant in a world that changes faster than you can blink. This is how you master adaptability, not by resisting change, but by preparing for it, by equipping yourself with the tools to thrive in any situation. Adaptability is not about reacting to change, it's about anticipating it. Expanding your skill set is how you stay one step ahead. It's how you ensure that no matter what happens, you'll be ready. And when you're ready, change isn't a threat, it's an opportunity. The more skills you have, the more confident you become, the more you can face the world without fear. That confidence becomes your edge, your advantage, your armor against the chaos of life. But don't mistake this for an easy path. Expanding your skill set requires discipline, effort, and a willingness to confront your weaknesses. It demands that you step outside your comfort zone, that you embrace the discomfort of growth. Most people won't do this. They'll settle for what's easy, what's familiar, and they'll pay the price when the world moves on without them. But for those who commit to lifelong learning, the rewards are limitless. Self-awareness is the cornerstone of adaptability. Without it, you're stumbling through life blind, unable to see the barriers you've built for yourself. It's easy to blame external circumstances for your inability to adapt, but more often than not, the problem lies within. Habits, beliefs, and thought patterns rooted in fear and rigidity become chains that hold you back. Self-awareness is the key to breaking those chains. It forces you to confront the uncomfortable truths about yourself, the limitations you've accepted, the excuses you've clung to, the ways you've sabotaged your own growth. The first step in cultivating self-awareness is brutal honesty. You must be willing to examine your life with a critical eye, to identify the habits and beliefs that no longer serve you. This is not a pleasant process. It requires you to face the parts of yourself you'd rather ignore, to admit that you've been complicit in your own stagnation. But without this honesty, change is impossible. You cannot fix what you refuse to acknowledge. And so, self-awareness becomes the foundation upon which adaptability is built. Habits are powerful, but they are not permanent. They can be reshaped, replaced, or discarded altogether, but only if you're aware of them. Too many people go through life on autopilot, repeating the same patterns over and over, never questioning why they do what they do. Self-awareness disrupts this cycle. It forces you to pause, to reflect, to ask yourself if your actions align with your goals. And when they don't, it gives you the clarity to change them. Beliefs are even more insidious. They shape your perception of the world, dictating what you think is possible and what you think is not. Limiting beliefs are like blinders, narrowing your vision and keeping you from seeing the opportunities that surround you. Self-awareness is the tool that removes those blinders. It allows you to challenge the beliefs that have been holding you back, to replace them with ones that empower you instead of restricting you. The process of cultivating self-awareness is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. It requires constant reflection, constant questioning, constant growth. It demands that you remain vigilant against the habits and beliefs that creep back in, that you continue to push yourself to see the world and yourself more clearly. This is not easy, but it is necessary. Without self-awareness, you are a prisoner of your own mind. With it, you are free to adapt, to grow, to thrive. Self-awareness also gives you the ability to understand how you respond to change. Do you resist it out of fear, or do you embrace it with curiosity? Do you cling to the familiar, or do you seek out the new? These questions are not easy to answer, but they are essential if you want to master adaptability. Because adaptability begins within. It begins with understanding yourself, with recognizing your own resistance to change, and with taking the steps to overcome it. Adaptability is not just a skill, it's a mindset. And that mindset is rooted in self-awareness. The more you understand yourself, the more you can control your responses to the world around you. You can choose how to react, how to grow, how to adapt. You can stop being a victim of circumstance and start becoming the author of your own story. This is the power of self-awareness. It gives you control over your life. Adaptability and consistency may seem like contradictions, but in reality, they're two sides of the same coin. Adaptability requires a strong foundation, and that foundation is built through consistent effort, discipline, and habits. Without consistency, adaptability becomes chaos, a reactive, aimless response to change. Consistency anchors you, providing the stability and strength necessary to navigate life's unpredictability. It is the discipline to show up every day, to commit to growth, and to refine your skills that allows you to face shifting demands with confidence. Consistency doesn't mean rigidity, it means persistence. It's about developing the habits that prepare you for change rather than resisting it. Many people mistake consistency for staying the same, but true consistency is about progress. It's the daily, deliberate actions that move you closer to your goals, even when the path forward isn't clear. The world may shift around you, but when you have a consistent work ethic, mindset, and approach, you're never caught off guard. You're ready to adapt because you've built the discipline to handle whatever comes your way. Habits form the backbone of consistency. The small, repeated actions you take every day create the foundation for how you handle change. If your habits are weak, your ability to adapt will crumble under pressure. But if your habits are strong, if they're rooted in discipline and purpose, they become the pillars that support you in times of uncertainty. Consistency in your habits means you're always growing, always preparing, always building the resilience needed to face the unexpected. Consistency also builds trust in yourself and in others. When you consistently show up for yourself, you develop confidence in your ability to overcome challenges. You know you can rely on your discipline, your focus, and your determination to see you through. This self-trust is crucial for adaptability because it eliminates the hesitation and doubt that paralyze so many in the face of change. You don't question whether you can handle the situation. You've proven to yourself time and time again that you can. In a world that rewards speed and immediate results, consistency often feels undervalued, but it is the slow, steady grind that builds lasting success. Adaptability isn't about quick fixes or instant solutions. It's about enduring progress. Consistency ensures that even when the world around you changes, you are always moving forward. It creates a sense of control in an unpredictable environment, allowing you to adapt without losing sight of your goals. Consistency also creates momentum. Each small, consistent action builds on the last, creating a compounding effect that accelerates your growth. This momentum is what enables you to adapt quickly and effectively. When you're already in motion, change doesn't feel like an obstacle. It feels like an opportunity. You're not starting from scratch every time the world shifts. You're building on a solid foundation that can withstand anything. The beauty of consistency is that it simplifies the complexity of adaptability. You don't need to predict every change or prepare for every possibility. All you need to do is focus on what you can control: your actions, your mindset, your effort. By consistently improving yourself, you prepare for a future you can't predict. You create a version of yourself that can handle any challenge, any shift, any demand. Adaptability without consistency is fragile. It's reactive instead of proactive. But when you combine adaptability with consistency, you become unstoppable. You're not just reacting to change, you're thriving in it. Consistency grounds you, giving you the strength to face uncertainty with confidence. It's the foundation on which adaptability is built, the structure that supports your growth in an ever-changing world. Change is the inevitable force that defines life. Yet for most, it is not the change itself that poses the greatest challenge. It is the fear it ignites. This fear stems from the unknown, from stepping outside the boundaries of what is familiar and predictable. But what if that fear could be transformed? What if instead of shrinking in the face of the unknown, You approached it with curiosity, with a hunger to explore the possibilities it holds. Embracing change begins not with action, but with a shift in mindset. It is a battle fought in the mind, where fear must be subdued and curiosity must rise. Curiosity is the antidote to fear. Where fear whispers caution, curiosity asks questions. What could this change bring? How could it help me grow? What opportunities might lie hidden within this uncertainty? Curiosity transforms change from a threat into an invitation, a chance to learn, to adapt, to evolve. But curiosity doesn't come naturally when you're conditioned to avoid risk. It must be cultivated, nurtured like a fragile flame until it burns brighter than fear. This is the first step to mastering adaptability, trading your fear of the unknown for a genuine interest in what it could offer. Most resist change because they equate it with loss. They see only what they must leave behind, not what they might gain. This perspective is rooted in a scarcity mindset, a belief that change is inherently negative. But those who master adaptability understand that change is not about loss, it's about transformation. It's about letting go of what no longer serves you to make room for something better. Curiosity shifts your focus from what you're losing to what you're gaining, from the discomfort of transition to the possibilities it unlocks. Fear thrives in ignorance. The less you know about something, the more threatening it seems. Curiosity, on the other hand, seeks knowledge. It dives into the unknown, uncovering its secrets, demystifying its threats. This shift from ignorance to understanding is what makes change less intimidating. When you approach the unknown with curiosity, you begin to see it for what it truly is. Not an obstacle, but an opportunity. Curiosity turns the unfamiliar into the exciting, the uncertain into the intriguing. It is the mindset that transforms fear into fuel. To embrace change with curiosity, you must let go of control. The unknown is unpredictable, and that unpredictability can feel like chaos. But chaos is not your enemy. It is the crucible where adaptability is forged. Instead of trying to control every outcome, focus on controlling your mindset. Choose curiosity over fear, exploration over hesitation. This doesn't mean abandoning caution. It means balancing it with the willingness to take calculated risks. It means being open to what you don't know, to what you can't predict, to what you can only discover by stepping forward. Curiosity also breeds creativity. When you approach change with an open mind, you begin to see solutions where others see problems. You start to ask, what if, and why not? These questions spark innovation, allowing you to adapt in ways that others can't. The curious mind is flexible, resourceful, and unafraid to experiment. It turns change into a playground, a space for growth and discovery. And in that space, adaptability flourishes. The greatest transformations in life often come from the most unexpected changes. But if your mindset is rooted in fear, you will miss these opportunities. Fear blinds you to possibility, while curiosity opens your eyes. This is why mindset matters. It is the lens through which you view the world, the filter that determines whether you see change as a burden or a gift. Shift your mindset and you shift your entire approach to life. Curiosity doesn't eliminate fear, but it makes fear manageable. It reminds you that the unknown is not a void. It is a landscape waiting to be explored. And the more you explore, the more confident you become in your ability to adapt. This confidence is not arrogance. It is the quiet assurance that no matter what life throws at you, you will find a way to thrive. This is the power of curiosity. It doesn't just help you face change, it helps you master it. Life is filled with examples of change, some triumphant, others disastrous. The difference between these outcomes often lies in how people respond. Observing others and learning from their successes and failures is one of the most powerful tools for mastering adaptability. Human behavior is a treasure trove of strategies, offering lessons that are often hard-earned and deeply valuable. To ignore these lessons is to willingly blind yourself to a wealth of knowledge. Adaptability isn't just about learning from your own experiences. It's about absorbing the wisdom of those around you. Change will come whether you're ready or not. But when you embrace it with curiosity, you turn the unknown into a source of strength. You transform yourself into someone who doesn't just survive change, but thrives in it, who sees possibilities where others see problems, who masters the art of adaptability.